Today's Sunday, August 28th. This is the 1966 Oldsmobile Dynamic 88 tilt and telescopic steering column for my friend Ray in Minnesota. This unit has been completely disassembled. It was severely damaged, and this is a level 10 restoration whereby everything has been completely repaired, replaced, and restored. So in the predecessor videos, and this is video number 3 showing the final embodiment, in the 2 predecessor videos, I have a bench layout showing all of the components that comprise this assembly and the exhaustive detailing that was done to the unit in order to bring it back to this wonderful condition. The unit has been finished in the original maroon interior trim code, as is consistent with Ray's car. So I'm going to go ahead and do a functional validation test. We'll start out by showing how the telescopic neck is fixably constrained. Quarter of a turn of the screw here releases it. Quarter of a turn tightens it down again. Okay, now in the final embodiment, when Ray installs it in his car, he'll be attaching his steering wheel and he'll be attaching the lock arm, which facilitates the quarter turn locking and loosening of the telescopic neck in order for adjustment of the steering wheel as desired by the driver. So for shipping purposes, I have this little bolt here, 5/16 18 bolt, and that's going to be holding the telescopic neck in place for purposes of shipping. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a test of the electrical wiring. Everything has been completely surgically replaced and upgraded for performance of the turn signals. So the unit is connected to power with the purple feed wire, and I have a light bulb here indicating the turn signals. So I'll go ahead and depress my turn signal lever. These are 2 temporary levers. They're not the Oldsmobile levers. The old Oldsmobile levers have already been packaged, and they were shown in the predecessor videos. These are just some levers that I use for testing purposes. So as the unit is positioned, I'll go ahead and press the lever down. That would be indicative of a right-hand turn. And I'll go ahead and I'll touch the wires, and the light bulb comes on for the right-hand turn. I touch the left-hand wire, nothing happens because we're in right-hand mode. So I touch the right-hand wire for the front, the right-hand wire for the rear, and the light bulb comes on consistent with a right-hand turn. Now I'll be turning the spline and we'll be looking for the lever, and the lever cancels out back to neutral. And when I touch the wires, you see we have no electrical continuity because turning of the shaft or turning of the steering wheel facilitates the cancellation cam, and the lever pops back to neutral. So now I'll go ahead and put the lever up, and that would be indicative of the left-hand turn, and we touch the yellow wire and the other corresponding wire for the left-hand rear. So we have left-hand front, left-hand rear, left-hand front, left-hand rear, and the light bulb comes on. I go ahead and I rotate the spline. We'll be looking for the lever and the light bulb at the same time. And the lever cancels out and the light bulb shuts off because we've disconnected the electrical continuity, having gone back to the neutral position. So that is the electrical validation test. Again, all of this wiring has been surgically extracted and replaced, primed and calibrated specific to this very, very elegant yet finicky connecting box that is used in 1965 and 1966. So the calibration is very specific. No tightening or moving of the screws, as the calibration will be lost. Okay, so the last and final thing, well, one more thing I want to test electrically will be the horn. And I have the horn wire here separately. That can be inserted into either of these 2 prongs that are vacant, either of these 2 cavities that are vacant in the 9-pin R connector. The pins have already been primed, so all you have to do is push it in and it'll lock in place. So I'll go ahead and connect my wire to the horn. Light bulb is off, and I'll be going up here in front, and I'll be touching the contact points of the cancellation cam, and we see the light bulb coming on. So the light bulb comes on consistent with touching of the electrical contacts for the cancellation cam. In this location here in front, we have 3 contact points. We have a large conical spring that goes in the bull head cover of the steering wheel base, and that compresses and provides continuous electrical continuity to the horn pad. So from the horn pad to the wires to the large conical spring connecting here to these connecting tabs facilitates the light bulb coming on, and that's what blows our horn. Okay, so that's the functional validation test of the horn and all of the electricals. So the last thing we have left now is the tilting. The unit has been serviced with the half-round spherical balls. There's 2 half-round spherical balls which are identified in the 2 predecessor videos, so I'll go ahead and hold it. Obviously we're not connected to the car, so there's a little bit of movement and jumping around that's going to take place. So full down position, partial down position, neutral, partial up, that's partial up, and neutral again. So this is George in Florida. I have over 375,000 original vintage parts from 1967. I'm sorry, from 1959 through 1976. Today is August 28th. This is for my friend Ray in Minnesota. It'll be shipping out tomorrow as soon as I get his okay to ship reply confirmation. I'm best known for my restoration of the Cadillac steering wheels, the tilt and telescopic steering columns, the power seat mechanisms, the instrument clusters, and other critical hard to source original vintage GM items. Thank you very kindly.